Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
A remarkable rescue.
The impact it shook our house, shook the ground.
A Hazel Park man is alive tonight after being crushed in his car by a semi.
Dangerous device. A man severely burned by an exploding e-cigarette battery in his pocket. Thanks for being with us for the news at 11. It might be a small object, but it caused some serious injuries.
Sure did. Wait till you see them. Decades of smoking turned a Detroit police lieutenant over to e-cigarettes. As Priya Mann explains, his latest encounter will have him quitting for good.
These are Detroit Police Lieutenant Phillips' uniform pants, and the tiny gadget that caused all this damage, you won't believe the burns that were left behind.
It's intense pain that I've never felt before in life.
Second and third degree burns on his thigh make the simplest movements difficult for Lieutenant Howard Phillips.
That smarts a little bit. I felt something kind of explode on my left side. I look down and I see sparks coming out of my pants.
Phillips was at a police academy graduation on Friday when the rechargeable battery for his e-cigarette burst into flames.
It started off as sparks, like a fire coming out of it until my pants actually caught on fire.
The pain didn't register at first.
At that point, other people that were in the vestibule start running over towards me, trying to help me put this thing out. And I'm like, I don't know what this is.
Phillips quickly left the ceremony and took himself to the hospital. He will likely need skin grafts.
They told me that by the time that the second degree burns stop hurting, the third degree burns will kick in.
After smoking for close to 30 years, Phillips quit last year and started using e-cigarettes. He has a warning for others using similar products.
Quit. Find alternatives, because I thought that I found one. If I had to do it all over again, I definitely wouldn't have chosen this method.
And Lieutenant Phillips may likely require surgery, and it may be another few weeks before he can return back to work. Now, we did reach out to the manufacturer of that rechargeable battery and have not heard back. Reporting live from DPD headquarters, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Those burns look awful, Priya. My goodness. Is the lieutenant, is he considering legal action here?
Well, Kimberly, right now he's telling me he's focused on his recovery, but he also tells me the critical shooting of his colleague last night is making him rethink any legal action.
Sure. Okay. Keep us posted, Priya. Thank you. Devin.
Well, a man who was crushed in his car is recovering tonight thanks to the miraculous rescue by Warren firefighters. He was trapped after a semi loaded with tons of steel flipped on top of his Chevy Impala on 696 and the Mound ramp. Mara McDonald live tonight. Mara, this story was astonishing to us. The whole country getting in on it now.
Everybody's taking a look at this tonight. It was on NBC Nightly News, and Devin, here's the deal. We spoke to the driver of that Impala's family tonight. They really didn't want to make any comment at this time, but Warren Mayor Jim Fouts put out an update on social media tonight, thanking firefighters and saying that this man is going to be just fine. Tonight, he's still in the hospital. It couldn't have happened in a worse spot, the semi overturning right on top of that Chevy Impala in a confined space with an overpass overhead, making maneuvering tough.
We just heard a bunch of metal crunching.
Underneath all of this was the driver of that Impala, alive but trapped under tons of steel. It took Warren firefighters more than an hour to carefully cut him out.
You know, the firefighters, they're incredible.
They did a great job. One wrong move and the Hazel Park man behind the wheel of that Impala would have been crushed to death. Friends tell us he was on his way to work in what was a new car. When firefighters pulled him out and got him stabilized on the stretcher, he let the crowd know he was doing okay. Neighbors say this ramp is an issue.
It happens all the time, but we've never seen anything like this, and thank God he's okay.
Back here live tonight, as far as who is at fault in this whole thing, Warren police say it is unclear. Potentially the load shifted in that truck. They just don't know. More investigation is needed. Devin, Kimberly, back to you.
You know, Mara, when we left this story, went off the air at 6, we really hadn't heard anything at all about the truck driver.
The truck driver is okay. He miraculously came out of this thing without a scratch, but was pretty shaken up.
Understandably so. All right, Mara.
Yeah.
Well, there is concern tonight over the health of a Detroit police officer who was shot in the head last night. Police responded to a domestic dispute at an apartment complex on Detroit's west side. Chief James Craig says when officers tried to get inside, James Edward Ray was ready to shoot whomever was on the other side of the door. When Ray came out of the apartment, he fired shots at officers. That's when they returned fire, killing him. Detroit police are not identifying the officer, but we know he's a 14-year veteran. He's in critical condition tonight. He's already had 2 brain surgeries and will likely need a third.
An unexpected ending in a serial rape trial. Ike Smith was facing nearly 3 dozen charges of rape and home invasion in at least 5 different cities. Accusers had taken the stand over 4 days, testifying what they say Smith did to them. Well, the trial came to a sudden, abrupt end this morning when the 32-year-old pleaded guilty to all 9 cases against him. According to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office, there was no plea deal nor any agreement on sentencing.
A competency exam is next for a 20-year-old Sterling Heights man charged with setting a house fire that killed his 17-year-old brother. Mark Maraki was arraigned today on 3 counts of murder and arson. Prosecutors say a family dispute could be the motive. Other family members were injured in that fire, but they are expected to be okay. A Roseville couple severely injured in a vicious attack by their son's pit bull. It happened last night on Normal Street near Utica and Common. Police were forced to tase the dog to get to the unconscious man and get him out of the house. They say it's not the first time the couple was attacked by their son's dog.
Metro Detroit voters have some big millage decisions to make tomorrow. We'll start in Wayne County. School millages for Lincoln Park and Melvindale, Northern Allen Park Public Schools. Also a special election in Wyandotte, which includes voting for a new mayor and a new city council. Macomb County residents there are going to vote on a bond proposal for Anchor Bay, Centerline, Chippewa Valley and Fraser Public Schools, along with a millage proposal for Memphis Community Schools. And in Oakland County, voters are going to be deciding on a library millage in Lyon Township, a school improvement bond in West Bloomfield, and an operating millage renewal for Warren Consolidated Schools. Well, opening day less than 2 weeks away, so tonight we decided to check in on the Q line, see how it's coming along.
Yeah, we were on board for a test run this evening up and down Woodward Avenue. We joined a few other Detroiters who had input on the safety development of the new rail line.
I'm excited for the city, and we'll keep working with them to make sure that it connects to all of our transportation so that it can benefit everyone.
Well, there was one delay when the signal for the Q line stopped working. We were stuck for about 15 minutes, but working out these kinks is the purpose of all these test runs that they've been having. The Q line officially opens May 12th, and a reminder, former Local 4 anchor Carmen Harlan is the voice that you'll hear announcing all the stops. So nice soothing voice.
Exactly right. And we all are going to have to now spend this time learning how to coexist with it, whether you're on a bike, pedestrian, or cars, no doubt. Yeah. A series of explosions shuts down a busy intersection. All right, what caused these underground booms? Still ahead.
A wrong-way driver crashes into a tanker full of fuel, resulting in a freeway fireball. The dramatic video caught on a traffic camera. Hi, Ben.
Hey, Kim, our on and off and on and off again rain is back on again for the commute. Plus, those temperatures really not budging. We'll look at a very cool forecast coming up.
But first, the Defenders brought you the emotional interview with the mom who lost her 3-year-old daughter in a freak accident, and now efforts to inspire change.
I would like to see and ensure that no other child is killed.
What a heartbroken family wants everyone to know about their child's school when we return.
Coming up tomorrow morning on Local 4 News Today, of course, we'll keep you updated with all the overnight breaking news and the big stories to help you get your day started informed.
Plus, fresh, festive, fun, and filling. Tasty Tuesday takes you inside my favorite Mexican spot as we near Cinco de Mayo. That is tomorrow at 6 a.m.
Ooh, can't wait to taste that. Plus, weather and traffic always on the 4s. Detroit mornings start here from 4:30 to 7 a.m.
We'll see you Tuesday morning.
A devastating death.
The world goes on. She's 6 feet in the ground.
A 3-year-old crushed by a falling table at school.
No one should have to live through this.
Now this heartbroken mother is hoping her daughter's tragedy will be the driving force behind making sure no other parent ever has to feel her pain. And we first brought you that emotional interview with Tabitha Kerr last night at 11.
Tonight, her daughter's death is putting the spotlight on the lack of inspections at schools and churches where children learn and play. At least 7 children across the country have died from folding tables flipping over or falling from wall casings.
Experts are warning parents your eyes might be the only ones inspecting these tables. Kevin Dietz has this Defenders investigation.
In Michigan, there are no longer mandatory state safety inspections in schools. Each district is on its own to make sure their buildings are safe. Tonight, experts tell us if you're counting on your school's maintenance staff to keep your child safe, you're making a serious mistake.
Yeah.
The tragic death of 3-year-old Liliana Kerr is not unique.
A lot of things could have been prevented. Still, negligence. It's just easier to call it an accident.
Folding tables have killed kids in schools and churches before, here in Michigan and in Massachusetts, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Illinois, and Vermont. The Consumer Protection Safety Commission has put out warnings about folding tables tipping over or falling from wall casings.
The school communities out there that have dilapidated equipment 50 years older, it's going to happen again. It's happened 7 times.
Attorney Greg Roll says schools cannot claim ignorance about the potential danger.
And these tables that are known to be defective and that over time are going to become death traps. And that's just not an accident.
He filed a $10 million lawsuit against the Archdiocese of Detroit and St. Albert the Great Catholic Church, where a table fell from a wall and crushed Liliana to death. Liliana's mom wants you to know about the thousands of other tables in schools all across the country and right here in Metro Detroit.
Nobody should have to deal with this. No one should have to live through this.
We called multiple local schools, and not one would allow us inside to see how their folding table safety systems work or show us how they inspect and maintain them. A manufacturer says problems arise when tables are not locked correctly by a trained maintenance worker, adding that if tables are no longer in use, they should be removed, or steel 2x4 should be bolted across the tabletop and into the wall.
In a lot of schools, you have nothing. You have no inspections.
Ronald Tyson is a building safety expert. He says your kid's school safety is only as good as the district's plan and the maintenance people they hire. Tyson says it's up to you to look closely and speak up.
Well, I would go right to the principal or superintendent.
If local school officials ignore your concerns, go over their heads. He says the fact kids are still dying from folding table accidents shows locals aren't getting the job done.
They fail to act. And I mean, that's just not acceptable in my opinion.
He says employees should alert MIOSHA, the Michigan Occupational Safety and Health Administration. If you file a complaint, they must come out and do a thorough inspection.
And once you have an inspection, then you're going to be aware of the dangers and you'll be able to do something about them.
Parents should call the fire marshal. It's not tattling, it's being responsible, and it can save lives. Filing a complaint is easy once you know how to do it. We are putting links up to phone numbers and forms that you can use to request a safety inspection in your child's school. You can find them at our website at clickondetroit.com. Kevin Dietz, Defenders.
Something you never just think about until something like this happens.
Yeah, and it's still astonishing to think about what happened. Here's a look at what Defender Karen Drew is working on for tomorrow night.
They're fighting crime up in the air.
We are merely a patrol car in the sky with a much different vantage point.
From car chases to bank robberies to domestic violence calls.
Radio Air 1's with a chase.
These officers are chasing the bad guys and keeping you safe. I'll take you along for the ride tomorrow at 11.
First day of May, and I hope you enjoyed it because today was as good as it gets for a couple of weeks.
I don't like it. Take it back. Give us something else.
You want to return on this? Yeah, we got up to 68 degrees this afternoon, and we're going to be lucky to hit 60 for the next 10 days. It is just doesn't feel very May-like as we get started with the month. In fact, it really feels more like the start of April. But we've got a couple sprinkles out there on Fort Live radar. Just a little few blips here across parts of Monroe County that have started to dry out, and a few more that are north of 69. So pretty much everybody's under dry conditions right now. Just going to take about 5-6 hours, and we'll see our next push of rain that's going to start showing up during the morning commute as everything's circling around this low, and we'll start crossing the lake and push in here just in time to head off to work and school in the morning. 52 is where we're at right now, and that's likely where some of our warmer temperatures are going to be tomorrow afternoon for highs. South-southwest winds at 17, still gusting over 20 in a couple locations. We should see those winds calm down somewhat overnight, but then they're going to peak again as we get into the afternoon. So current temperatures not far from each other, very clustered together with those clouds that are around anywhere between 49 in Ann Arbor and Adrian and 52 downtown. By the way, since this is May 1st, we closed the book on April, and it was the second warmest April on record in Detroit. 54.3 was that average temperature. We were only 0.2 of a degree away from that first place spot. So we get the showers in the morning, and then just about lunchtime, those clear out. We'll be under dry conditions in the second half of the day, and then that's going to carry through to Wednesday. So we get a break from the rain here midweek, and then see the showers come back as we get into Thursday, and that's going to continue especially into Friday and possibly to the start of the weekend as well. Tonight, 46 will be that overnight low. Skies cloudy and breezy. We should keep most of that rain out of here until we get into about 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Here are the high temperatures in your 4-zone forecast. Warmest numbers here on the east side, low 50s. And other than closer to Lake Erie, just about everybody else is going to be in the 40s. Tecumseh, Adrian, Onstead, 40-degree highs tomorrow. North of Michigan Avenue, same goes here in our west zone. Canton may sneak out a 50-degree number, and north of M59 it is all 40s, stretching all the way up into Sanilac County. And we've got a couple more cool mornings to get through too in that 7-day forecast. Wednesday, Sunday, and Monday all going to be 30-degree starts. And there it is. The two warmest temperatures in the forecast are going to be right at 60. That's it. That's as good as it gets. And really, even in the next 10 days, doesn't look like down the road there's any huge warm up.
To better things ahead.
Yes,
way
with
down.
some sunshine.
Yeah, there we got that. Okay. True freeway inferno, the mistake a driver made that led to a highway fireball in just a few minutes.
We'll have that. And how could it happen? A second grader falls out of a moving school bus and the driver doesn't even notice. Those stories when we come back.
The Local 4.
Crazy video out of Macomb County. A deputy's dash cam showing the moment the officers almost hit head on by another driver. A driver was arrested on suspicion of drunk driving. Unfortunately, no one was hurt.
The Oakland County man who stole $19 million from the credit union where he worked is heading to prison. Michael LaJoyce was ordered to 7 to 20 years behind bars for embezzlement. Investigators say he used the stolen money to buy a luxurious home, fancy cars, and to travel by private jet.
Well, animals are supposed to be at the zoo, but not quite like this. This morning, the Detroit Zoo had to delay opening because a wild coyote was roaming the grounds. Coyote was not caught, but once workers determined that everything was safe, the zoo opened and normal operations continued. How about that?
Wanted to hang out with the other animals.
But hey,
apparently.
they get fed here.
Yeah, really. A child falls from a moving school bus in South Carolina. The little boy highlighted at the top right of your screen there falls out of the emergency door. Goodness, the driver has no idea the second grader has fallen out and keeps on driving. Other children on the bus scream to let the driver know. Then that driver stops. The little boy cut his elbow and has a sore neck and back, but is okay. Investigators believe the kids accidentally hit the door, causing it to unlatch and open.
Yikes. Video shows the moment a wrong-way driver crashes into a tanker full of gasoline, causing it to burst into flames. This is I-75 down in Dayton. You see a car speeding toward oncoming traffic, turning the curve, and that's when it slams into the tanker. The tanker doesn't stop and explodes once it rounds the curve as well. The driver of the car was killed. The semi-driver ended up suffering minor injuries.
In Toronto, an underground explosion caused panic in the busy downtown financial district. Investigators say the blast happened when some high voltage transformers exploded. It took firefighters an hour to put the underground flames out. Nobody was hurt. McDonald's is releasing a new eating utensil that may be the answer to your dreams. Or maybe not. The fast food, maybe not. The fast food chain introduced the fork.
What is the fork? Not fork, but fork. Well, it's basically a fork with French fry prongs. You see, it can be used to pick up the burger debris, the droppings from your sandwich toppings. The fork is being launched alongside the chain's new signature crafted sandwiches. You can get your fork starting Friday at participating restaurants. This is one of those stupid, ridiculous things that is going to go over like gangbusters. Everybody's going to want one.
You think so? I think nobody's going to want it because it's coming out on Cinco de Mayo, and everybody's going to be.
Oh, it'll be Mexican food instead of
Yeah, that's
Just make sure you don't mispronounce it.
It's a little bit dangerous on a live
Don't you think?
microphone. Yeah.